Aid continues to flow into Puerto Rico as the island faces a daunting cleanup in the aftermath of Hurricane Maria.
Puerto Rico's governor says about a quarter of residents will have power restored by next month. Right now, about half the island has running water, a number that is expected to rise to about 60% by the end of the week. President Trump will visit Puerto Rico tomorrow. Eyewitness News reporter Alicia Nieves joins us now from Puerto Rico.
And Alicia, communication still remains a big challenge, even all these days after the storm.
Yeah, Yuki, and Jess, communication is certainly still a big challenge. The only way to really get a hold of anybody here is to track them down in person. That's what we had to do to find my great-grandmother and make sure she was safe this weekend in Juncos, Puerto Rico, but not everybody has that ability. So we were headed to Ponce on assignment to check out things down there, and we heard of a family in Berks County struggling to get a hold of their loved ones there since Hurricane Maria hit. So we did what we could to help. The new normal in Puerto Rico is waiting hours in line to get a little bit of food, a little bit of water, and a few gallons of gas. But for millions here on the island and millions more in the States, one of the hardest things to deal with in the aftermath of Hurricane Maria is the lack of communication with loved ones. Through an article in The Intelligencer, our team in Philadelphia found Javier Gonzalez and his family in Berks County. They have been worried, sick, desperate to know if Javier's parents in Ponce, Puerto Rico were okay and safe. I spoke to Javier Gonzalez and his wife a little while ago from San Juan and told him about my own journey to find my family here in Puerto Rico. Now we want to pay it forward, try and help him find his. We hired a guide to get us safely to the southern city almost 2 hours from San Juan, and with little difficulty we made it to his parents' home. Javier, we made it to your parents' house, but there's nobody there. Pero tiene un persona, Javier Gonzalez. Neighbors told us they may be with another daughter on the island. We found her. We have a satellite phone.
Oh, awesome!
But she wasn't with them. So for 4 hours we searched for Julio and Elba.
You're gonna go here to the right, just up ahead.
At different relatives' houses.
You go here, on your right.
But with no luck. Just before we were going to call it a day, we found them back at their home, handed them the satellite phone to tell their son they were alive and safe.
I had to send the Marines out for you.
For the first time in what seemed like forever, this family was able to smile again together. And our goal in tracking down the Gonzalez family is to give others hope, others in our viewing area who still have not heard from their loved ones after Hurricane Maria hit. Things are bad here, but they are getting better, and we hope that everyone who hasn't heard from their loved ones gets a call soon.
And Alicia, you mentioned you had a reunion of your own. I happened to see your story last night on Eyewitness News at 11. Almost brought me to tears. It must have been a huge relief to finally connect with family there, huh?
I mean, it was, for me, a huge relief. I did it mostly for my grandmother and my mother. They were worried sick in New York about my great-grandmother. I wanted to get them that call. But it did, have a huge weight off my shoulder. I'm normally a very private person, and I don't really share a lot of my personal life. But I had hoped that sharing this story gives everyone, like we mentioned with the Gonzalez family, hope, and gives them a sense of relief that soon they'll get a call and soon they'll have that same kind of feeling.
Just a beautiful, beautiful story and happy ending there. Please keep in touch. Keep in touch with us, please. Thank you, Alicia. Great job. You and Joe Connors. Thank you so much.
Meteorologist